Poetics section 1 part 3. Let me talk about part 3 in this video. The manner of imitation, drama or narrative, the origin of drama. These are the topics which we are going to discuss as part of this part. As part of the discussion, all these things come. And the manner of imitation is the first part, again about drama or narrative. And 3 cases Aristotle talks about: the manner in which each kind of object is imitated. That is now in narrative. So how the manner in which the kind of object is imitated. That is, the poet is going to present something. You are going to get a kind of narration in the art form, but how it is happening. And the first way the poet may produce his imitation by speaking now in the narrative. That is, poet himself speaks and he represents something, and now in an assumed role, maybe in an assumed role, but the narrator we are almost sure that it is the poet himself. And the second way of the second manner in which the representation, the imitation goes like it is the that he may continue throughout in the same person. That is, throughout, without change. That is, in the first part we understood it to be poet himself comes in the beginning but later assumes another role. But every time we see the external presence, the same thing, the second one also we can see he may continue throughout, but here it is, there is no assumed role or there is no role shifting, but just about the continuation on the part of the same person without any change. Maybe having a very the real continuous narration without having any other voice speaking. And the third one is the whole may be represented in the form of an action carried on by several persons as in real life. And you may have an idea by this time that what kind of art he means by that. Of course, that is purely about the representation that happens mainly in drama during his time. Now we have a lot of visual representations, different kinds, serials, films, many short, all those new kinds of arts are there, but during that time drama itself was one of the major available literary types. So whole maybe here there is no narration, there is no other interruption, but just about the way it is already written and it is enacted by the character. Several persons carry out the action as in real life. We see life like portrayal. Otherwise it's about the way story is told. The first two we get like a narration on the part of it's like you are having a storyline and it is told to you by the poet. And again the way it is done either can be either it is about taking one first time appearing as the poet himself and coming in another role. The second one is just about having a same continuous narrative voice. The third one is about the representation and the action possible, and that we come with a visual or representation on stage. We make use of such kind of a manner of imitation. And then similarity in the leading similarity in the leading tragic, epic and comic poets. Reason why comedies and tragedies are called drama. Now he talks about why these are called drama. This is the similarity, that is leading tragic, epic and comic poet. We can see some kind of a similarity, and in both kinds of poetry men are represented as acting. That is why comedies and tragedies are categorized under the umbrella term called dramas. Okay, later various kinds like tragicomedy, historical, all these came, but major division, as we all know, it is about tragedy and comedy. And drama, in both kinds of poetry men are represented as acting, we know. And see now he comes with some terms that dronates from the verb dran, and etymology of the words comedy and drama. He talks about cum de catacombs, that is strolling from village to village. See, during that time the entire scene was different. That is not as we see about very secure, very well planned and well structured stages and all. This is just about some of the presentation for the sake of livelihood or sake of some higher people, for the sake of entertaining them. See, this is just about moving from village to village. So all those terms, the etymological terms, we can connect back to their way of representation or their origin and all. And drama again, Dorian, word for to act. Drama, the term Dorian connected with that. It is the word that talks about to act, and it's highly implied again. It is implied, the etymological connection implies the very nature of the drama, that is about to act. So this is the way, yes, that is why the part is likely to involve the origin of drama as well. That is the first three manners of imitation, and the third one talks about exactly about the way the major character, the person, they are represented as the real life, like carried action. The action involved representation is discussed there, and that's why Aristotle incorporates the talk on tragedy and the origin as well in this particular section itself. So that's all it. And again we come across some of the terms that leads to the etymological connection between the terms comedy, drama and all. So this is the way he ends up the discussion on the manner of imitation and the origins of drama. That is all with the part 3 of section 1 in Aristotle's Poetics. Thank you.